Okay, I'm back today. I want to do a little analysis of the USD Canadian dollar. What I'm looking at is I see I'm looking for a short opportunity because what I'm looking at on the hourly we were trending up, so we were in an uptrend. But I go to the daily, and on the daily is where I get my overall view of the market, what I want to do, what decisions I like to make. So that's where I get my overall view. And on the daily, we've been in a downtrend for a while. You'll see right here on Friday we had a doji. This doji here after an uptrend. Usually a doji will tell you a change in direction. So maybe we're going to have a change in direction. We could trend here for a while, could go up to this area, come back down, do this for a couple days, maybe a few more days. But if you look, why I'm thinking it may break out sooner, we'll go back to the hourly chart. And on my hourly chart, if we put in some lines, this looks like to me it looks like a symmetrical triangle where you have price making lower highs and higher lows, and they converge together, and it's sort of like pushing a spring down. And when you push that spring down so far, which would be in this area somewhere, it's gonna bounce out some way. So it could either bounce to the upside or the downside, but I'm believing it'll bounce to the downside just based on the daily, the trend. So that's why I'm looking for it to go low, to go short. So that's what I'm looking at right there on the USD Canadian dollar. A couple other issues you see here is you'll look here and you'll see that you have support and resistance right here. This is on my hourly, so I make all my hourly lines this way so I know what I have. I know what I was looking at. And this is a zone, so I make a little zone, show you why I'm making this zone here. Okay, if you trade this and it does break out of here, you're still going to have issues with this area until you break this area here. And if it breaks on the upside, you want this the Chico span to bust through this triangle up top. So you want it to come through this level. Looking at the chart, you know we had a TK cross. Your Tenkan cross your Kijun from underneath. So that's a right now that's a bullish cross. But you see right here it crossed a few times. So there's really indecision here. I'm going off of this chart pattern also, and you'll see my Chico span is inside all this congestion inside the price here. So it means it's rangy, pretty rangy. You want to wait for it to break out here or for it to break below here, break below this level here. You'll see this price, if price breaks this cloud, which is support and resistance, it'll break this triangle, this symmetrical triangle. That'll be a sign for you. You'll see it going up or down. I believe it'll go down. If it comes down, it'll break this level here. That's a little support and resistance line level with your Kumo. And then I drew in some support and resistance. You'll see here where the market was rangy. I put a line up here and a line down here. What I'd really like is for price to break this level, and then I could get in short. And also your Chico span at this level, it needs to break this. It'll be inside this cloud. But once that Chico span comes down here and breaks this level, you know you're really going down. You really got something pretty good. If you look at this chart, you know the the Ichimoku cloud gives you some kind of idea, let you know where you could look and what might happen. I drew this symmetrical triangle in, so that was another clue. And you just look for little clues to help you decide which way the market's going. We put in a little trend line here. Put that trend line in right here. And you'll see you want price to break all that. This is a area that you want price to break through. You don't want to really make any decisions right there. And the market's been in this little range, so you really don't want to take any trades right there. You want to make sure that you clear this area, and then this is an area for you to worry about. In this zone here, you don't want to do anything. So that's why I'm saying you want to break this level. So you want to break this 0.95694 level. Once you break that level with price, you're pretty good to go. If I keep everything based off of the cloud, at that point I will be in a there will be a TK cross, a bearish cross, and you'll have your Kumo should have a bearish cross by then, by time price reaches here, and your cheek out span will be in this area, which will be a little area of concern because this is support and resistance. This is support and resistance. So you kind of want that cheek out span to break both of those levels before you really feel safe about the trade. But the only good thing that I really like is I get my bias from the daily, and that daily chart is telling me go low. But see, we could break off and come up here on the daily. If you look, we could break the triangle and come up higher and hit this level. We could even come up to this level. We could even come here if you look, because this is a kind of an area of support and resistance. If I put in some lines, if I put a line in at this level, just to show the level, price could come up to that level. So I could be wrong here, and price could break this cloud and come up. The cloud's not that thick, but as you see, it's on a nice trend down, so I'm not really looking at it to break. And then the cloud is getting a little bit wider here, so it's a little more volume. It means a little more volume and a little more downtrend. If price does break this, it has to contend with this cloud, with this Kumo, and then it has to hit this level here before it really is on a run up. So we're looking at this to go down because we're in a downtrend. There's no change of direction at all. You're not making, you're making lower lows and lower highs. There's no change of that. Once you see that start to change, then your trend is probably changing. And again, on the hourly, we'll wait for that to break out, or whichever way it's going to break out. This is my area where I really want to get in the trade, so this probably could take a little while. But what I would do is put a price alert right here. I'll put a price alert here, probably put it a little bit above so I can decide what I want to do. I'll put one here just to let me know price is hitting here, breaking out. I don't have to sit around and watch this. When I get that price alert, then I know, start watching. Put another one here. When price hits here, I'll start waiting to see what it's going to do down in this area. Once it breaks that level, I'm in. That's how I trade. I use a lot of lines here to decide which way that market is going, and price alerts, looking at my candlestick chart, looking at the candlesticks and certain things, you just look at them. But I like that support and resistance, so just look at that and take that analysis for what it's worth, and try to learn your own analysis, as I said. And I hope I helped someone again. Until next time, God bless.